Hey man, what's happening? First off, I just want to say thanks. I know you've been following my Facebook posts and everything like that for a long time. It doesn't go unnoticed, it doesn't go unappreciated. So I just want to say thanks for that first. Second of all, let's get down to your golf swing. So the first two things that jumped out to me was the overall shape of the hand path. So one thing I noticed in your golf swing is when you get here, right, your hands tend to go more vertical and the shaft goes a little bit across the line. On the way down, it sort of stays there, right? It's going to be on the hands. It looks like it's a little in, but at this part of the golf swing, it's actually pretty steep, right? Now, when you start to come into impact, you actually go back this way, right? And then you kind of release the wrist. So what is that going to do? Well, for one, you going back is a way for you to shallow out your angle of attack, right? Because you're smart enough to know, okay, I can't play golf with a steep shaft, so I got to get it under. That's the first thing, right? That's going to cause the low hooks and the high rights. Even when you look at impact, right, the handle's like really, really high. So we got to cut that down. So the second part is when you start to go through your finish, you'll see your left arm kind of bends and the face is actually pointing down to the ground, right? It'll look like this kind of position. So that's also a dead giveaway. That means that the path is going too far in to out, right? And the face is closing. So there's the low hooks. Now, if you don't close it fast enough, it's going to go high and to the right, and it's probably going to go a long ways high and right. So here's what I would tell you to do. First thing is to get the hands lower, right? Don't let them go up. We don't need that, right? It might get you like 2 or 3 more miles an hour in your swing speed, but it's not worth it. So what I would tell you to do is when you hit a driver, it's going to feel like you're stopping right here. It's not going to even be close to that, but what's going to happen is you're going to take it back and then your hands are going to go da 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 and be right about here, right? So you want the hands just feeling like they're slightly under the shoulder, right? Now you can tell by the shaft it's a little flatter. So now whenever you start to go this way, it's already shallow. You don't need to tilt back, right, to get it more under. So that right off the bat is going to get your swing direction more at the target and it's not going to be as far to the right. So that's part one. Now part two to this is your follow through, right? So I would tell you to start this off with like a 7-iron. Definitely don't start doing it with a driver. But what you're going to feel that you do is when you're here, you're going to feel like this right shoulder stays high, right? You don't want it to go up like this because that's what's shifting your swing direction out to the right. So you're going to hit balls and think, okay, ready? Nick told me to get my hands lower, right? My hands lower, more around. And then I am going to feel like I hit balls where my right shoulder stays high, right? Now, to fix another problem, I would tell you to do it hitting punch shots. So that way when you go to finish, there's part 1, part 2, part 3, right? You could work on getting that face, I would say right about there, maybe equal to the spine. I wouldn't have it down. I sure as shit wouldn't have it up here, right? You want it about chest high, like that. Now you might feel like it has to open because already yours is closed. So I would monitor that. Now let's say you get good hitting punch shots, right? 1, 2, 3. Instead of the hands finishing up here for like that PGA Tour finish, right? That's another thing we don't want. So once you get good at hitting punch shots to here, what's actually going to start to happen is the left arm is actually going to start to come off like this, right? So when you go to hit a golf shot, right shoulder stays high, I get here, and then my left arm pulls more across. So it's more this way and not like that. So here's how you're going to practice. I'll run through it again, right? So you're going to start off by hitting easy punch shots and think, okay, my swing should stop about here, hands under the shoulder, right shoulder stays high, punch it, right? Here's what it would look like from down the line. 1, 2, right? Right shoulder stays high, punch shot, right? One more from target line. Hands stand to the shoulder, right shoulder stays high, punch shot, right? Now from a full swing, the only difference between your punch shots and your full swing is that left arm is going to start to go this way. So when you get to the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So that way you're finishing more like this instead of letting that swing path shift out and up to the right, which is causing those hooks. So work on those 3 things, and if you have questions, let me know. Definitely take videos so that way you can monitor things. But if you want to send me video once a week, that's fine. I encourage that, just that way I can help you. All right? Thanks again, and then do it. It'll help. Trust me. Take care till next time.